Divine Energy Services in the Permian Basin. Divine is more than just an amazing partner in the oil field. They are committed to the youth in the Permian Basin as well. From academics to athletics, you can be assured that Divine is supporting it. Remember Divine Energy for all of your oil field needs. Divine Energy Services, supporting the Permian Basin and the Hobbs Eagles since 2006.
All righty then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good morning, Hobbs baseball fans. We're getting our equipment set up, doing some mic checks here as we anticipate a good game today between the Hobbs Eagles traveling to take on Rio Rancho's Rams here at the ballpark and the campus of Rio Rancho High School this morning. And it is a great day to play some baseball. Dare I say, a little brisk up here in the canopy area behind home plate. Enough wind to make it chilly when you're out of the sun, but we have about the same wind situation we started with yesterday afternoon. It was blowing just about the same direction, right to left, coming in over the right center field wall and blowing from right to left as we look down upon the field here. Just a little bit to the left behind home plate. Myself and shoeless Ron Gunter are here after a nice overnight stay. And we are set for this thing, and it's do or die for Hobbs as we get into game 2 here. Best of 3 series, 7-1 yesterday. Rio Rancho jumped out early and got a couple in the first inning, then put up 3 in the third and tacked on 2 later. Hobbs got the goose egg off the board in the later innings, but wound up on the short end, 7-1, which is a respectable score against a number 1 ranked Rio Rancho team who has 3 state championships under his belt and playing at their place as a 16 seed, and they're a number 1 seed. Of course, you want to win that game, but 7-1 is a respectable score against this Rio Rancho club. We're hoping that things work out a little better on the scoreboard for Hobbs today. And if you can keep it close, because once these guys get up by about 5 runs, they're not going to look back, shoeless Ron.
That's true. That's very true.
Okay. It helps if you punch the button and actually turn the mic on.
Right.
Hey everybody, how are you? It's Ron Gunter, Alan Scott here, in anticipation of game 2, Rio Rancho and your Hobbs Eagles. Yesterday, 7-1, and as I mentioned, that's not a bad score when you're taking on a number 1 team and you're a 16 seed. So Hobbs acquitted themselves okay yesterday. I'm not going to say that they played poorly, but there are very few chinks in the armor of this Rio Rancho Rams team. They're great at hitting the ball, but what impressed me even more than that yesterday was their poise on defense. They never panic. Even when you got to make a quick throw to first, they know where to go with the ball. They make quick decisions, and they are very good on defense as well. So you have to be sharp on both sides if you are the Hobbs Eagles and you want to try and steal game 2 here, which you have to do if you want to survive. They've got to have this one, and if they can get past them, then we'll have another game this afternoon. We'll deal with that when it comes, but right now it's all on the table for Hobbs. Ron, you got to get out here and get some offense going.
Absolutely you do, and especially for Hobbs, they got to get clean up on the mistakes. They had a couple of errors yesterday that cost them a couple of runs, so they definitely got to clean up on their errors, make sure they play the best. We got Brewer at the mound, so he's going to be pitching as well. And then once he gets off the mound, he's going to go back to his center field, and he's an excellent player there. But yeah, it's definitely going to be on the shoulders of Brewer on offense and defense, as far as his bat as well as his pitching ability. And we're just going to hope to see if they can contend with this hot Rio Rancho team that has won 22 out of 23 games.
Yeah, and one thing is for sure, when you look at Hobbs, you can pick out their biggest threats when it comes to hitting, and that's Jason Fuentes and Mecky Brewer. And yesterday, first time Brewer gets up, he's got 9 home runs for Hobbs. and batting over 500. What's the first thing they do? They walk him. They put him on. And then later, he got a couple of hits, but really not a threat. Nobody really in scoring position when he got those.
Right.
So we'll probably expect that same thing today. I wonder if they're going to walk him the first time he comes up, because it worked for him yesterday.
Right.
And they're smart to do that. He's their biggest threat. Fuentes batting over 400. They didn't walk him, but you look at the roster for Hobbs, and they played earlier in the season, 14-4. The Rams beat Hobbs. So they know what to do, and they're not afraid to just put Brewer on. Now, they wouldn't probably do that if you had guys on first and second.
Right.
But they're not afraid to just walk him to get around his bat.
Exactly. And, yeah, they're going to play it smart. Like you said, he did have a nice couple of clean single hits that went to the outfield. Nothing more than that, unfortunately. But, yeah, Brewer can hit. And if he's got the wind on him as well as the right pitch, which I don't expect he'll get with these Rams.
Yeah.
He could knock it out of the park.
He's
been known to do that. That'd be number 10 for the season if he did that.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, Rio Rancho did put one out yesterday, and they had one bounce over for a ground rule double.
Correct.
But really, I think a couple of the biggest hits for those guys that did the most damage were two triples curving out to right field, landed 2 or 3 feet in bounds, in play, and then squirted to the right field corner.
Yeah.
Both of them triples with an easy triple standing up at third base. And those two hits were killer yesterday. Hobbs had quite a few hits go toward right field, but their right fielder is pretty good. He made some big plays out there and was really busy around the middle of the game, 5th, 6th inning yesterday. So it's hard to find a chink in the armor of the Rio Rancho Rams. They don't hurt themselves much, which is the comment I made to you at the end of the game yesterday. So if you're Hobbs, you have to equal that and, try to play as clean a game as you can when it comes to fielding, making the proper throw, grabbing that throw. First baseman did a good job yesterday digging out a couple of throws, and you have to have it. Really, you can little afford any mistakes if you were the Hobbs Eagles today. Exactly.
You got to play a pitch-perfect game, so to speak, both on offense and defense, and definitely get your bats swinging, get the hits, as Coach Boyle would say. We need the hits. Definitely need the hits, whether it be a single, double, triple, whatever. And then, of course, they didn't even really have much opportunity to even steal any bases during the game because it was that tight.
Yeah.
They were keeping it that close. And, unfortunately, Hobbs has been caught stealing once in a while. But no opportunities for steals, stuff like that. So they just need to keep it simple, just chip away at the bats, be able to get some hits, and to get some runs as well. I think there was only about 3 walks issued during the game for the Hobbs Eagles. So, again, that's not something they can rely on. They got to get their own bats going, make their own destiny, and get this first win. Otherwise, it'll be one and done.
Yeah, well, and if they can do it, and they have excellent pitching, that's why they're ranked number 1. You got to have pitching to be at the top of the heap in the big boys class. And so if you're Hobbs, if you could somehow get a lead in this ball game, then you have they made the starter yesterday, Lee. They made him sweat a couple of times. They did have the bases loaded with nobody out in the middle innings there, but they turned some nifty double plays, and they helped themselves. They didn't hurt themselves, so that's the thing. If you get opportunities today and you're Hobbs, you got to have those clutch hits to knock in some runs. I mean, if you can get a lead, 1-0, 2-0, then you're in their heads, because these guys, let's face it, they're used to playing in front. They're used to playing with a lead. If you can get ahead of them, 1-0, 2-0, and try and hang on to that, you've got a shot. But if you're Hobbs, you can ill afford to go down 2 runs in the first, down by 4 runs after 3. That makes it hard. You can't go into a big hole against these guys.
Yeah, that just means that the pitcher has to be on his game right from the start. He cannot just warm up and get loose and try to get something going and expect 2 runs to come in and then have Hobbs come back and match that. It happens sometimes, but a lot of times on the road it is tougher to do, especially I think this is actually more of a dirt field than it is we're used to artificial.
Yeah.
And kind of throws off the game just a little bit, as well as the ball. So you got that as well. You got a couple of bad bounces possible. Either team could have it, and that's probably what it's going to come down to in the end. We're going to see a couple of great pitchers We're going to see some struggling bats for a moment or two, and we're going to see who breaks out first. Whoever does that, of course, is probably going to be the eventual winner of this game.
Yeah, and you can see already that they were out wetting down the infield. It's still a little damp, the dirt portions. You got some puddles around third base, and it's starting to dry out some. And beautiful sunshine, lovely day here. Some fair weather clouds streaking the blue skies. We look over to the Sandia and Manzano Mountains. You get a great view from the west side, but the point being that infield is going to be a little damp, I think, when this game starts. And so we'll see if there are any issues with footing. These guys are professionals at maintaining the field, so I'm sure they know the appropriate length of time it takes to dry out. But we are getting close to the beginning of this game, and you can see the infield is visibly damp in a few spots and where it's dry. In fact, 9:51 is what I have. We're about 9 minutes away.
Roughly, yes.
From starting this thing. So we are going to take a break and let you hear from some of our fine sponsors. And before we do that, I want to thank each and every one of them. We couldn't do it without their support. So please tell these folks thanks and do business with them when you can, because they support the community and the kids by helping us as a public service put these games on the internet. HobbsAmerica.com, Hobbs Sports YouTube channel, and the Cool 95.7 Facebook page. And we are proud to be here. The Walmart Digital Solutions and One Radio Square Sports, with a big thanks to Divine Energy, Hobbs Rental, IPS Incorporated, the Outlaw Grill, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lasco Construction, Lavelle Insurance, RMS Foods, Carter's Thriftway, and Excel Energy. We'll take a break, and then Shoeless Ron Gunter and myself, Alan Scott, will be back with the start of the ball game coming up here on the World Wide Web.
Divine Energy Services in the Permian Basin. Divine is more than just an amazing partner in the oil field. They are committed to the youth in the Permian Basin as well. From academics to athletics, you can be assured that Divine is supporting it. Remember Divine Energy for all of your oil field needs. Divine Energy Services, supporting the Permian Basin and the Hobbs Eagles since 2006. Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student-athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. BR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles!
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance. Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans. Outlaw Grill thanks you for supporting Outlaw Grill throughout the years. Outlaw Grill has all your favorites, from savory soups to burgers. Porterhouse steaks, fettuccine alfredo, crispy chicken scallopini are just some of the all-time favorites. Outlaw Grill invites you to come in or call your order in 575-392-2012. That's 575-392-2012. It's a fast turnaround time for a delicious gourmet meal from the crew at Outlaw Grill.
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico, proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way.
Cinco de Mayo specials are going on this week at Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs.
Baby back pork ribs, $1.99 a pound. Boneless beef ribeye steak, $6.99 a pound. Fresh sirloin in pork roast, $1.19 a pound. Large Roma tomatoes, 99 cents a pound. Large red honey mangoes, 99 cents each. Fancy sweet corn, 2 for $1. And tropical kiwi fruit, 2 for $1.
For all your grocery specials, come to La Tienda 400 East Marlin and Thriftway in the Broadmoor Shopping Center.
An adolescent alligator is about 10 feet long, depending on climate and diet. You should stay at least one adolescent alligator 10 feet away from power lines. You should probably stay at least one adolescent alligator away from alligators, too. Get more safety tips at excellenergy.com/safety. Excel Energy.
All right, we are back. Alan Scott and shoeless Ron Gunter. And we're just finishing up the introduction of the teams here. And we will have some pre-game festivities here still yet to go through, national anthem and such. And the wind has backed off a little bit for now. The two flags hanging in the right center field area, Old Glory and the state of New Mexico, are gently wafting back and forth now, and they were pretty much kind of standing straight out right to left the last time we talked. And it happened yesterday. There was some ebbing and flowing of the wind, but it did have an effect, especially on balls hit into the air. It held some into the infield. There were a lot of infield fly catches for Rio Rancho yesterday. And then at other times you could get one to go out deep, but the wind would carry it one way or the other. So you had to do some drifting to get underneath those out in the outfield. And one in particular doing that out toward left led to one of the errors that we were talking about on a ball that probably should have been caught, but you can understand with the movement that wind can cause how it was not caught. But we're going to pause right now and let you guys enjoy some of the pregame festivities, and then we'll be back to talk more Hobbs baseball. It's a best of 3 set, and Hobbs has to take this one to force game 3. Stand by, everyone. Okay, and as you might surmise, a pretty good hometown crowd out here for the Rio Rancho Rams. But we saw quite a few folks from Hobbs at the team bus yesterday when we were leaving the grounds here. So the Eagles do have some fan support here, and we hope you guys enjoy our broadcast, even though we can't show you pictures, restrictions from the NMAA, because ProView has their cameras set up here. We would love to be showing you pictures, but we are glad to be bringing you the sounds of this game. And if Ron and I do what we're supposed to, you should be able to visualize it anyway.
Exactly. We can describe it for you, paint a picture as it is, just like if we were on the radio.
And so thanks for tuning in, everybody. We do appreciate that. And you can see by the graphic up on the screen that we are restricted to show you pictures. And that's the way it goes in the modern era. You do get kind of spoiled. I'm an old school guy. I like games on the radio. I was kind of hating to see that all the play-by-play was going to go to the internet, but I can understand why. Because if you can get pictures, you don't have to stay glued. You can check in every now and then, see what's going on. But we hope you guys stick with us today, because this is a very important game for Hobbs if they want to continue their playoff lives, and you know they do. So we look forward to an exciting ball game here today. And 7-1 yesterday may kind of sound like, well, they pulled away from us. Really, that's a respectable score against this team, and if you're going to beat them, as we were chatting earlier, you got to hang with them, and really it would benefit Hobbs greatly if they could get a lead in this ball game. Then the Rams have something to think about. You're behind, and I know that they're not used to playing from behind much. And here at home, they are, let's just say, more than comfortable. They're relaxed. No problems yesterday. No issues with too many mistakes for these guys. And they got great pitching from their starter, Lee, yesterday. And who they got on the mound today? I need to get a number on that.
They have Ryan Lewis.
It's Lewis. He came in relief, and he is strong. He's a strong pitcher, tall, lanky kid. And he's going to go up against number 9 for the Hobbs Eagles, going to be leading this off. And their lineup did not really change much from yesterday. Gerardo Gonzalez is going to lead it off. The first pitch is away, 1-0 the count. As Ryan Lewis, who came in as the closer yesterday, gets the start today, and he's got the looks of a pitcher. Fastball is low. There wasn't a lot wrong with that, but it was below the knees. So 2-0 count. He's behind on Gonzalez to start this ball game. 2-0 delivery, a big cut. Strike one.
She looks like it's Kai Fatigue that is on the mound. I am sorry. They had not written the scorecard properly, so looks like it's Kai Fatigue.
Well, you're only as good as your color man when you ask him something. I'm going to forgive you for that one.
Right.
Fatigue on the mound then. I was trying to get his number. That's generally how I judge it, but he hasn't turned his jersey in a position where I could get it. 3-2, and he walks him. So Hobbs gets the leadoff man aboard, and that's a good start here for the Eagles. And I believe he's wearing number 16, and you're right, it's Kai Fatak or Fatak.
Fatak, yes.
Kai Fatak on the mound. Whatever happened to Smith and Jones?
I think they stopped playing baseball.
Hobbs with the leadoff man aboard. And Fatak will come to the plate. That's a fastball in the dirt. Hobbs is going to get a man to second there as Gonzalez easily scampers down to second.
Yes, indeed.
Good start for the Eagles. You got a man in scoring position here with nobody out. And a 1-0 count on the hitter. And we have a conference at the mound already. See, man, you're going to get in their heads early in the game. And their coach calls very appropriate conferences at the mound. He would not be doing this if he didn't feel there's a pretty good threat from the Eagles here early in this ball game. So he's going to go out and talk to Fatak, and we shall see how that plays out. There'll be a short conference, I would guess.
Right.
And if you are the Eagles, you've got Josiah Martinez. Your second in the batting order is up with Gonzalez at second, and they'll break up the conference on the mound now.
Rio Rancho has Dean Ellison at first. Second base is covered by, well, actually he's not batting, but third is going to be Vascon Smith. Of course, you got the pitcher as Kale Pitcott, and Josh Boyer is the catcher for the Rams.
Fetak is ready. And Martinez digs into the batter's box, a 1-0 count. With Gonzalez at second, nobody out. Foul tip right back into the netting behind home plate.
It was a good try, good swing, just not in time.
1 ball and 1 strike. And Fetak eyes the runner, now comes to the plate. And we showed bunt, then took it away. And it is a ball, 2-1.
That's good. Didn't look right, so he did take it away properly enough if he got the ball call.
Two-one pitch coming from Kai Fetak. To the plate he comes, pops the glove. That's a called strike over the outside part of the plate. Count evens up at 2-2. Nobody out. And the wind has totally died down. The flags are hanging straight down now.
Exactly.
And that's a beautiful thing. And that is a shot out to center. That could score a run for Hobbs. But they're going to hold him up at third. And you don't know that he's not going to make that catch. If you send him, you score right there because they had trouble, the pitcher, fielding the throw from the outfield.
Right.
If you send him, he scores.
Yeah.
I don't know that I agree with the decision at third. Send him. You got to get a run. You got to take any opportunity you can get.
Right, but you also don't want to blow any chances too. Besides,
yeah, but to me that makes you look scared. You got runners at first and second now. I would have sent him.
Yeah, but you've got Brewer after Major Bird coming up, so you've got a hitter. And,
I don't care.
Definitely a chance.
I don't care. I would have sent him. You got to be aggressive. That shows that they're timid. I would have sent him. And the pitch is a called strike. Now you're behind in the count, and you probably let a run get away from you right there. If he gets a base hit here, none of it matters, but we shall see. Fetak to the plate. You're going to take the open base. They're going to throw down, and you're out at second. That's why you send him. Now you got one down. And you lose a base runner. And that is a routine play for most teams. You just take second when it's open like that, but not against Boyer. He guns him down. So one away after the throw out at second. Pitch to the plate is fouled off. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the hitter. And your batter is Major Bird, who is a solid hitter, as Ron mentioned, but to me, never having a lead yesterday, it's everything but the kitchen sink. You send him from third. That is way high out of the strike zone, 2-2.
Yep, especially with on scoring position. Not sure exactly why he threw it so high, other than maybe it got out of his hand.
Yeah, he let it go early. To the plate he comes, and another one. This one right at the head of Bird.
And Bird not chasing any of those pitches. Of course, they're a little too high even for me. I wouldn't even swing at him.
Full count. 1 down, runner at third for the Eagles. And the pitch is a fastball hit high in the air, drifting foul over toward the Rio Rancho dugout, and not playable.
And that's good because there was the third baseman. He was there ready for it. If it would have been underneath him, he definitely would have had a chance to catch it. Of course, that was Vascon Smith. He is actually signed for the Lobos to play next year,
really?
So he's that good.
Full count on Major Bird with 1 away and a runner hoping to get in from third. And a good cut, but he fouled it back, man. If he'd gotten that solidly, you're going to get at least a sacrifice fly out of that. And you can sacrifice here, but a base hit is preferable. to bring in that run from third. A grounder in the infield, you got to be really careful. You've got to wait until they throw to first, and even then, against this Rio Rancho team, you might not want to send him. That is high and almost behind Bird, and he walks him.
Yeah, Bird had to duck for that one. It went right over his head, and he gets to walk to first.
Runners on the corners now for the Eagles with 1 out.
Now you got 2 on. What's the decision going to be with 1 out and Brewer on?
On one thing you're not going to do is send him too quickly down to second and get gunned down again. And a lot of teams, if you do throw to second when the base is open like that, you send the runner from third and you score. But again, it's risky against Rio Rancho. Fastball is called, strike. On the next hitter for Hobbs, and that's Hector Armendariz, number 8. Way outside and to the lefty hitter. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Brewer, as we talked about, is one of the best hitters on the team. He's also, of course, a very good pitcher. He's pitching today's game.
Big cut. And that's a 6, not an 8, right?
That is a 6.
Yeah, it's Mickey Brewer. I thought he was batting in the 4th spot, and he is, so it's not Armendariz. It is Brewer, the best hitter on the Hobbs squad, 1 and 2. And he gets a piece of that one, but it's foul.
Yes,
Back
definitely.
off behind us, so it hits the canopy here. Count remains 1 and 2. And a huge opportunity for Brewer here.
Yeah, he definitely wants to generate some offense.
And as I mentioned, if they can get a lead and see how Rio Rancho plays from behind. Another big cut, and he struck him out. That is a big pitch, and the Rio Rancho fans appreciate it from Kai Fetok there. Got him on a high fastball, 2 down. And this is what we saw yesterday. Hobbs had a couple of threats offensively, but were never able to cash in until they got really a meaningless run in the later innings. But it did get the goose egg off the scoreboard.
Right.
And the first pitch to the next Hobbs hitter is low, ball 1. And this is Xavier Alvarado, another lefty bat for Hobbs. Fetak to the plate, and then that is low on the fastball. 2-0. But now 2 down, runners on the corners for Hobbs. No score yet in the ball game. Top of the first inning. Kai Fetak on the mound. That is low. That's 3 balls and no strikes. Now you issued the walk here and you load them up.
Right, but you also face Singleton next, and not sure how much the Rams know about Singleton, but he has had some struggles at the bat.
Well, you don't want to give up the walk no matter who's coming up next. He gets the called strike there, and the count goes 3-1.
Alvarado has been known to hit it around, and he has a possibility of getting an RBI if he gets a single out of this.
But 2 down, and Fetak knows that. And he's outside with that one and walks him. So now the bases are loaded for Singleton, who steps up for Hobbs. By the way, the Eagles are wearing their gold jerseys today, black numbers and white trousers. Rio Rancho pretty much going the same color scheme as yesterday, all white trimmed in dark blue and or black. And a big at-bat here with the bases full and 2 down. Singleton, big cut at the first pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Got to play it smart, keep your head still, and just make sure you follow through as well as watch the ball.
A 1 delivery from Fetak is inside and low, 1-1.
That was a good eye for Singleton, not swinging on that one.
Sacks are full of Eagles as Fetak comes to the plate. Fastball low, not far out of the strike zone, but it is a ball. 2-1 now on Singleton. And the last thing, of course, that the Rams want and Fetak on the hill is to walk in a run, and you can't really bank on that, but you do want to put the pressure on him. Singleton takes that pitch for a ball, and it's 3-1.
And we're at the point now, if he walks this one, he's going to walk in a run that will give Hobbs the early lead.
Payoff pitch here, and he walks him, and the Hobbs Eagles score without a hit. It's 1-0. We'll take it any way we can get it. And
exactly.
Sure enough, as I was talking before the game, if they can somehow get a lead and manufacture 1 or 2 and get out in front of these guys, it could be a whole different story here in game 2.
And it would have been also a different story if the second, if Martinez had been caught stealing second, he could have been up there and scored as well.
True that, and if they had sent the runner from third, as the expert Alan Scott suggested, they'd be up 2-0, but who knows, he could have been thrown out too. Well, that is a called strike.
We have the freshman Jason Fuentes up right now.
400-plus hitter for Hobbs. Behind in the count, 0-1. Kai Fetak has walked in a run. He comes to the plate, fastball, not this time. And that looked just like the first one.
Yeah, and it's amazing. Sometimes you can see that too, where the pitch looks, to your advantage point, the same, but the umpire has different perspective.
Ground ball to first, and a nifty snag by the first baseman to step on the bag and end the inning. But after one, the Hobbs Eagles do have the lead. It's 1-0 with the Rio Rancho Rams coming at bat. We'll be back with more coverage of Hobbs Eagle Varsity Baseball State Playoffs right after this.
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico. Proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way.
Outlaw Grill thanks you for supporting Outlaw Grill throughout the years. Outlaw Grill has all your favorites, from savory soups to burgers. Porterhouse steaks, fettuccine alfredo, crispy chicken scallopini are just some of the all-time favorites. Outlaw Grill invites you to come in or call your order in 575-392-2012. That's 575-392-2012. It's a fast turnaround time for a delicious gourmet meal from the crew at Outlaw Grill.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
All right, we are back for the bottom half of the first inning. Hobbs Eagles had the bases loaded. Kai Fetak, the starting pitcher, issued a walk. And Hobbs has a 1-0 lead over top-ranked Rio Rancho, who has yet to bat in the game. But we are set now to go, and the lefty pitch from Brewer is a called strike. Good start for him against a tough and talented leadoff hitter, Kason Savage, for the Rio Rancho Rams. And I like the lefty pitcher. Give him a little something different, a high chopper to the mound. Brewer turns, throws out number one at first base on a nice play by Mickey Brewer.
And that's what Hobbs needed, was a quick turnaround, get them out and keep the bats off the bases, just to make sure you don't get any runs you have to worry about and try to fight back for.
Nico Alcala will step in, right-handed hitter for Rio Rancho. Brewer delivers fastball, called strike one.
And that is the shortstop for the Rams. He has been playing really well, or at least he played well yesterday.
Brewer. Strike 2.
And Brewer is quick on the mound. He doesn't give you much time to set up.
As it should be. 0-2 delivery. Oh, that looked good. That's just a hair low. I thought he was going to catch him looking right there. 1-2. Brewer does work quickly, and I appreciate that. And the changeup is outside. Count evens up now, 2-2.
Yeah, sometimes it works to his advantage, and sometimes it does not. Of course, Brewer is the pitcher for this game.
2-2 delivery. Chopped down toward third, foul.
Keeps Akala alive.
And the wind now picking up a bit. Not outrageous, but it was beautiful and calm there for a half inning. And the 2-2 delivery from Mecky Brewer. Got him! Frozen rope on the curveball. Bye-bye. Out number 1-2. A good pitch.
Yeah, that was a nice ball that froze the batter, and I don't even think he actually swung at anything at all, but either way.
Dude, the
Brewer
bat
doing
never
very
left
well.
his shoulder.
Exactly, he never swung at anything.
That is tipped back foul by the lefty hitter in the third spot for the Rio Rancho Rams. That is the pitcher, Kai Fitak. 0-1 delivery. And that is fouled back. Strike 2, and quickly Brewer ahead again in the count. He has been ahead of all the hitters he's faced so far in this game. 2 down. Nobody aboard. Hobbs looking to shut him down and take that 1-0 lead into the next inning. That, however, is hit hard and deep out toward left and caught by the left fielder, and the Hobbs Eagles get him in order. 1, 2, 3. A nice inning of work there for the starting pitcher, Mecky Brewer, and the Hobbs Eagles come back to the plate here to bat with a 1-0 lead. Back after this.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. BR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles!
All right, we are back. Top half of the second inning, and the Hobbs Eagles holding a 1-0 lead as they had the bases loaded, and Kai Fitak, the starting pitcher, walked in the run. And at bat will be Hector Armendariz for Hobbs. He'll lead off this top of the second.
Yep, we're going to go back-to-back with Armendariz's.
Inside, ball 1 on the fastball from Fitak. That is right down the pipe. Strike 1. Opens up here with a couple of fastballs against Armendariz. 1-1 delivery. That's just a bit inside and high, 2-1.
That was a good eye, but Hector does need to use his bat, get something going, and make sure he gets on base.
That looked to be inside, but he gets the call, and that was off the plate. But in the eye of the ump, a called strike, 2-2.
Must have been a bit of a slider going inside.
And he almost hit him there, and he slid that one past the catcher to the backstop. Not Fitak's best pitch, and the count goes full, 3-2.
Looked like Fitak lost that one. He was trying to do the same thing he did the previous pitch, and instead went too far inside.
The next pitch coming, and he big cut, and he got him swinging. But if you're going to go down, you want to go down swinging.
Right, exactly. And that is the second strikeout for Fatak in this early in the second.
So the Eagles will bring up their next hitter, and the wind now changing directions, going a little bit left to right, which we haven't seen, and that is way upstairs on Saul Armendaris, 1-0. Fatak to the plate, hit him, and Armendaris gave him a look like, hey buddy, but it is a free trip to first, and so you'll take advantage of that and go down. He got him in the left shoulder as he turned away from the ball. So the back side, upper left quadrant, and a pretty solid hit. That, you know, that hurts.
Oh yeah, it definitely does. No matter where it gets, you know, the pitcher's trying to throw it as fast as he can, and definitely it's going to hit and make a little bit of a bruise.
Back to the top of the order for Hobbs. Gerardo Gonzalez will step in. Fatak delivers, and that's fouled back. And it hits the roof here. We've got a perfect view of this game right behind home plate, under the canopy here in the shade. And a beautiful day up here in Rio Rancho. Fatak to the plate, fouled back again. And so another solid swing, just not able to get the brunt of the bat on the ball, and fouls back that one, 0-2. Man aboard on a walk for Gonzalez. And the pitch, chopped foul down the third base side.
And that would have been, if it would have been fair, looks like it could have bounced over third base and gotten into the outfield, and that would have definitely been a good hit for the Eagles.
Oh, 2 pitch coming. They send the runner, and he's going to take second easily. The pitch was high,
yes,
and did not give Boyer a chance for any kind of pickoff throw there. And he's good at it. He gunned a runner down already in this game, but didn't have an opportunity there. The Eagles now with a man in scoring position, 1 out, and a 1-2 count on Gonzalez. Fatak to the plate, big cut and a miss, got him swinging.
And just like that, 2 outs for the Eagles, but they are trying. They definitely have nothing to lose as they are playing this game against number 1 Rio Rancho.
Josiah Martinez is going to step in, number 3 for the Eagles, lefty hitter. Armendaris at second with a pretty good lead.
And Martinez had a single but got caught stealing at second.
That is hit foul, out of play behind us here, over the top. No balls and 1 strike.
He wants to duplicate what he did earlier, at least the first part, get on base, maybe get the runner to third.
Fatak outside. I expected the strike call there, but I'm glad he didn't. 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 down.
It's not always bad to be disappointed.
One delivery, that's well outside, ball 2.
Martinez very disciplined at the bat, is just waiting for his pitch. Hopefully he'll get it.
Fatak gets the sign he likes, comes to the plate, and a swing and a miss. Count will even up 2-2.
And Martinez knows that this is an important at-bat. He wants to make sure he does his best and remains at bat and gets on base.
Fatak to the plate. That is a rope out to center, but it's going to be caught. If that thing could have been held up enough by the wind to come down in front of the center fielder, that would have brought the run in. But more or less a line drive right to center field. He didn't have to take but 1 or 2 steps to glove it, and that'll retire the side. But the Eagles take it to the bottom of the second with a 1-0 lead.
Divine Energy Services in the Permian Basin. Divine is more than just an amazing partner in the oil field. They are committed to the youth in the Permian Basin as well. From academics to athletics, you can be assured that Divine is supporting it. Remember Divine Energy for all of your oil field needs. Divine Energy Services, supporting the Permian Basin and the Hobbs Eagles since 2006.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. BR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles!
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
And we are back, a 1-0 count on the hitter for Rio Rancho. Mickey Brewer getting the start for Hobbs. Fastball there from the lefty is a called strike, to the chagrin of a Rio Rancho fan right in front of us who thought it was outside. 1-1.
Well, I thought it was too.
There's a wrap out toward short, but it's a one hopper, and a throw is in time, and a nifty play by the Hobbs shortstop. And a good job at first to glove that one because it was very close. But that is the first out.
But that's what Hobbs needs to do. Bang, bang. They need to get the ball, throw it to first, get that out, and stop any runners from getting on base. So far, Rio Rancho held to no hits.
Dean Ellison will step in as the hitter for the Rams here after Sean Vigil was retired. Brewer to the plate. That is chopped foul. Strike one. That one over toward the Hobbs dugout, third base side. And Brewer has not only got a good speed, but he's putting the ball in a position where he's getting a lot of these guys to swing, but they're not getting solid contact. Foul tip in the ball, and that's got him ahead in the count here. 0-1 on Ellison. Curveball. Oh, that looked good. He doesn't get the call from the ump, though. 2-1. Curveball from a lefty pitcher to a lefty hitter will make you back up in the box, and Ellison did. Fastball called strike.
Yeah,
nice pitch.
Definitely down the middle for that one.
1-2 on Ellison with nobody aboard and one down. Brewer, fastball, hard shot out to second, gloved, throw to first, and the Eagles defense coming through here in the bottom of the second. Couple of crisp plays, good throws to first, and you got two down. And just so far today, and I know we're only in the bottom of the second, but the Rio Rancho big bats of yesterday have been silent here so far. That's a good thing. You got two down, nobody aboard. And Dylan Archuleta in the 7 spot takes a called strike. 0-1. And Brewer looks very confident on the mound today. Good ball placement. That's a straight up single out to center field. A good piece of hitting there by the Rio Rancho Rams. That'll bring number 6 into the batter's box, Dylan Archuleta. Dean Ellison down at first. And that was a clean base hit.
It definitely was.
Don't want to take anything away from him on that one. He slapped that fastball right out into right center for a single. Brewer to the plate. That is ball 1 on the fastball.
Yeah, Brewer so far with 1 strikeout so far in this game, looking for the second one here.
1-0 pitch to Archuleta is high, 2-0.
Definitely doesn't want to walk this guy.
Eyes the runner, now comes to the plate, and that is outside. Quickly now behind 3-0. And you've got to be careful here. The hitter knows you got to put this one in the strike zone.
Got to give credit to Singleton for being able to reach out there and get it without being a wild, because otherwise it would advance the runner to second.
Give him the change up here. He goes fastball and walks him. And now the Rams are in business with runners at first and second and nobody out.
Exactly, and that's not where you wanted to be, but since you are, Brewer is the one that can eat out of it.
Now on to bat for the Rams, catcher, number 10.
Josh Boyer, the catcher, will step in. On deck for the Rams is Dylan Tinker, number 13. But Boyer has an opportunity here with nobody out. And 2 men on at first and second, both with sizable leads here, and Brewer eyeballs the runner at second and pretty much forced him to go back and touch the bag. Now he's off it again. Probably a 7-8 foot leadoff he's taken. Brewer to the plate. Ball 1. See, now you've got a lot to think about. You get a couple guys on, now you got more to think about than just a home plate and pitching. Fastball inside corner, called strike. A good pitch there. 1-1.
Yeah, the best thing Brewer can do is just focus on the batter and let the rest go.
Got him on the swing and a miss on strike 2. Is way out ahead of that one. So nice work on the last 2 from Brewer. Now he's ahead in the count, 1-2. You'd like to get a strikeout here.
Exactly, that would give him 2.
That one got away. Ball 2, high and outside. The count evens up.
Brewer had to pitch to give. He did, and wanted to see what was going to happen on the bases as well as what the batter would do.
If you can get somebody to hit a ground ball here, you can turn 2. High hopper and a smart play at third to get the out.
Yes,
that'll retire the side. So a good play at third to get that lead runner. That's easiest play. You don't have to risk a throw there. And the Eagles get out of the jam and still have that 1-0 lead as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. Number 16 Hobbs and number 1 Rio Rancho Rams, a best of 3 set, and a must-win game 2 for Hobbs.
Outlaw Grill thanks you for supporting Outlaw Grill throughout the years. Outlaw Grill has all your favorites, from savory soups to burgers. Porterhouse steaks, fettuccine alfredo, crispy chicken scallopini are just some of the all-time favorites. Outlaw Grill invites you to come in or call your order in 575-392-2012. That's 575-392-2012. It's a fast turnaround time for a delicious gourmet meal from the crew at Outlaw Grill.
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico, proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
All right, we are back. Alan Scott and shoeless Ron Gunter, and Hobbs holds a 1-0 lead, top of the 3rd inning, and leadoff hitter here will be Major Bird, number 24, facing Kai Fitak on the hill today for Rio Rancho. And that first pitch is fouled off, strike 1.
Yeah, Major Bird just had a moment ago, had that final out to get them out of the 2nd inning for Hobbs to get back on bat.
Fitak delivers a fastball, and he got a piece of that one, fouled it back over the roof here. 0-2. And just as Brewer is doing, Feetok doing a good job of getting batters and giving them only a piece of the ball, and there is no piece there. That's a swing and a miss, and out number one. You got him on 3 pitches.
Yes, he
Fouled
did.
off 2, and then a swing and a miss on the 3rd. So he sets Major Bird down in short order, and that's going to bring up Brewer, the biggest hitting threat for the Eagles, and he, of course, is a lefty hitter.
He struck out in his first at bat. We're hoping he'll do better at this one. He's been known to knock it around.
He got a piece of that one, but it's fouled back. And man, you'd really like to see Brewer get a solid contact and see what he could do with one of these fastballs.
Yeah, definitely.
Feetok to the plate. That's away. 1-1.
Yeah, you would definitely like to see him knock it out of the park.
Well,
even
sure.
If it is a solo.
I'd like to see him get a base hit, ground rule double, anything. That's high and away, 2-1. Hobbs playing from in front, though, in this ball game. And it doesn't matter as long as you win by 1. And a big cut there, swing and a miss on the fastball. It was a low pitch, and the count evens up at 2-2. Brewer digs in. Here comes the pitch from Feetok, and that's way outside. And the catcher wanted it there. They were hoping he'd chase it because the glove went up outside. That was an intentional outside pitch, trying to get him to chase, and the count goes full.
It's hard to fool a pitcher.
And he got him.
And he did.
Fooled him enough for the 3rd strike and 2 down.
Now batting, number 10, Xavier Alvarado.
Alvarado will step in now for Hobbs.
And that is number 4 strikeout. No, actually, it's 4 strikeouts for Feetok.
Swing and a miss on the first pitch. 0-1 count.
Xavier Alvarado, he is backing up Brewer.
Fastball. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and he had some smoke on that one, did Feetok.
Another strikeout would be 3 up and 3 down for the Hobbs Eagles.
He's trying to make quick work of the Eagles here in the top of the 3rd. That one got away. It's high. 1-2.
Of course, Feetok is actually high on his pitch count.
And that pitch was outside, but he liked it. Swing and a miss, and 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. No change in the score. 1-0 Eagles.
As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance. Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company. Cinco de Mayo specials are going on this week at Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs.
Baby back pork ribs, $1.99 a pound. Boneless beef ribeye steak, $6.99 a pound. Fresh sirloin pork roast, $1.19 a pound. Large Roma tomatoes, 99 cents a pound. Large red honey mangoes, 99 cents each. Fancy sweet corn, 2 for $1. And tropical kiwi fruit, 2 for $1.
For all your grocery specials, come to La Tienda, 400 East Marlin, and Thriftway in the Broadmoor Shopping Center.
Dylan Tinker shows bunt on the first pitch there and fouled it off. 0-1 count. Mackie Brewer going into the 3rd inning pitched and is ahead in the count. 0-1 on the leadoff man, Tinker. 1-0 Hobbs if you're just tuning in. To the plate, fastball fouled away down the right field line. Might have a play on it, but no. Sails completely out of the field of play over there. Well past the Hobbs dugout. And a long run for the right fielder.
Brewer with revenge on his mind, especially after being struck out twice, wants to strike these guys out.
And that one is fouled back. He was able to hang with the curveball and get a piece of it and fight it off. Dylan Tinker. No balls, 2 strikes. Brewer ahead in the count here.
Would be nice to get another strike out for Brewer.
Chopper over the mound, out to second. The long throw got him. Good play by the Hobbs second baseman to gun him down. Or shortstop, I should say.
All right. Yeah, shortstop, of course, is being played by Jason Fuentes.
It's a nice play by Fuentes. Remained calm, and even though it was going to be very close, and made an accurate throw and a good snag at first. 1 down.
Exactly, uses the momentum for him. Grabbed the ball, of course, like you said, and threw it right in the right direction.
Bunt shown again. And this is a good bunt, and he's on at first on a close play by Kason Savage, but he is quick down the first base line. He legged out one yesterday. Not a bunt, but a slow roller off the bat. So he is quick from home plate to first, and Savage is aboard with 1 down.
Yeah, and Singleton had to corral that, had to get a moment. Took a little too long to get it up and thrown. He had a great throw, just wasn't in time.
Alcala will step in now. And swing and a miss, strike 1. Good pitch from Brewer. Made it look like a fastball, even though he took something off it, and that fooled the hitter, Nico Alcala. Runner aboard. To the plate comes Brewer. Low on that fastball, 1-1.
Yeah, Nico, good eye there as he didn't chase that one. It probably was just a little too low for him to hit.
One pitch. And that is chopped foul. Should be 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And it hit the batter as it came up. And of course the umpire came up and stopped anything from happening just to make sure that nobody got hurt.
One-two pitches coming from Mickey Brewer with a man aboard.
Yes.
Curveball got him on the swing and a miss and struck him out. 2 down. And a nice set of pitches there thrown by Brewer, including that curveball, which got him on the last pitch. The runner could not advance, of course, on the strikeout, so that's more good news for Hobbs, holding a slim 1-0 lead. And that one gets away. And that's a good job to snag that throw, which was well wide of the bag. So the Eagles do a good job of not letting that get away from you. If that gets away from the shortstop and goes out into center field, you're going to have a runner at third. So.
Exactly. Yeah, Singleton did throw it out there. Wasn't accurate, but did get it.
Curveball,
there.
strike 1 on the next hitter, number 16, Kai Fitak, the pitcher today.
Yes.
For Rio Rancho. A runner at second, but 2 down. 1-1 pitch from Brewer, another curveball, this time high. 2-1. Fitak, a lefty hitter. Brewer gets him to foul that one off.
Exactly.
2-2.
It's a pitcher's duel right here as Fitak gets against Brewer. See if he can, Brewer can strike him out on this one and get out of this inning.
Here's the pitch. Fouled off. Count remains 2-2. A few more Rio Rancho Rams have dyed their hair blonde today than we saw yesterday. I see them over put the rally caps over there to our left. That one really got away from Brewer, and a great job, even though the runner gets to third. That was a great job by the catcher to block that one.
And I think that was more, Brewer was concerned more about the runner than he was the batter.
Well, that one didn't even get to the dirt in front of home plate. It hit the infield grass.
Exactly.
Full count. And the payoff pitch is away. They're going to say he didn't swing, or they're going to say he did swing. He's going to say he didn't. So it's a walk, and now you got runners on the corners with 2 down. And stepping in is number 5, Vascon Smith, with an opportunity for the Rams. They'll send a courtesy runner now over to first base.
And not sure if he's better at fielding or better at batting, but either way, the Lobos have signed him, so he's got to be good at batting. And that is a concern for Brewer as well as the Hobbs Eagles.
Second baseman,
Gregorio, number 19, will be the courtesy runner. He's now at first. And Vascon Smith, the hitter, with an opportunity. 2 down, runners on the corners. Brewer delivers inside and walked him. The bases are loaded.
Yeah, that looked like a hit by pitch.
I didn't see him get hit, but I saw a ball for him. And the bases are full either way. There was no reaction from him that said he got hit. It was close. And they'll bring they're going to bring another lefty hitter to the plate. That's Sean Vigil, left fielder. But the biggest opportunity of the game so far for the Rams here in the bottom of the third, they trail it 1-0. And Brewer is now having some control issues, finding the strike zone. That one is low and away for ball 1. And he's got a lot to think about with the bases full of Rams, but there are 2 down. If you can just either strike the guy out or get him to hit a grounder and get thrown out, you can get the lead runner at the plate or get him at first, but you're behind in the count now after that pitch, 2-0.
Yeah, and Sean Vigil was thrown out in his last at bat.
That's a called strike right down the middle, and Brewer needed that one, and he got it, 2-1.
That's usually the formula, 2 balls and then a strike.
Well, if you don't get that one, you're behind 3-0, and you're in big trouble, and he does not get that one, and it's 3-1.
And possibly once again of another walked-in run, this time for the Rams. Of course, Brewer is not wanting that to happen.
Here comes the pitch. Solid ground ball out to second. Race to the bag. Out. Yeah. It was a literal race to the bag. Getting there just a hair before the runners, the Hobbs shortstop, and that retires the side, much to the chagrin of the home crowd. 1-0 Eagles.
An adolescent alligator is about 10 feet long, depending on climate and diet. You should stay at least 1 adolescent alligator 10 feet away from power lines. You should probably stay at least 1 adolescent alligator away from alligators, too. Get more safety tips at excelenergy.com/safety. Excel Energy.
Cinco de Mayo specials are going on this week at Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs.
Baby back pork ribs, $1.99 a pound. Boneless beef ribeye steak, $6.99 a pound. Fresh sirloin in pork roast, $1.19 a pound. Large Roma tomatoes, 99 cents a pound. Large red honey mangoes, 99 cents each. Fancy sweet corn, 2 for $1. And tropical kiwi fruit, 2 for $1.
For all your grocery specials, come to La Tienda, 400 East Marlin, and Thriftway in the Broadmoor Shopping Center.
All right, we are back, and what you missed there during that commercial break was the Rio Rancho Rams refusing to leave the field. They kept the runner at second. The manager went out. They stood around complaining while the umpires huddled, and then the umpires came out of the huddle, re-delivered the out call, and we had a cascade of boos from the Ram fans They were not going to take no for an answer until he called him out twice. So he did call him out twice, and we move on to the top of the 4th inning. You can talk with me. You can't talk over me.
Now up to bat, number 12, Kenyon Singleton.
Singleton will step in for Hobbs here. I love the emotion there, man. But when you're called out, you're called out. Feetok delivers a called strike. Number 12 for the Eagles, still holding that slim 1-0 lead. That's Kenyon Singleton, the catcher. That one looked pretty good, but it's not a strike. It's ball 1, 1-1. There's a called strike and a good pitch from Feetok, 1-2. Solid wrap out to center. That is a base hit for Singleton. And a line shot, no chance of catching it either in the infield or the outfield. So Hobbs with a man aboard here in the top of the 4th. Still holding that 1-0 lead on a run that they got courtesy of a walk with the bases loaded way back in the 1st inning of play. Wind freshening a bit now as Jason Fuentes steps in for Hobbs. And that is outside, ball 1. But Hobbs in business with nobody down, runner on. That looked to be a good pitch, but it benefits Hobbs, and they are going to ask if he swung. They appeal down to first, and the umpire says no, he did not. Counts 2-0 now. And Feetok behind in the count delivers, and that's a hard shot down to short. That's a double play ball, and a bad throw to first.
Oh, nope.
But they cut down the lead runner. As the Eagles bring number 8 to the plate, Hector Armendariz.
Number 8, Hector Armendariz.
So same situation, you got a runner aboard now with the batter looking to advance him with 1 down. And that's hit in the air deep out toward left. And at the warning track, the catch is made, but Armendariz gave that one a ride. And I know that the Rio Rancho fans were holding their breath because I thought that one just might get out of here. But the breeze that we do have is blowing in from that direction, so held it up just enough. And the left fielder able to snag it on the warning track, 2 down. That is inside, got away from the catcher, and that's going to let the Eagles get a runner at second now. One ball, no strikes. And Feetok trying to stay out of trouble here and retire the side. Fastball, that looked pretty good, but no arm signal from the ump. That is ball 2, no strikes on the Hobbs hitter. Grounder out towards short. Long throw to first in time. That'll retire the side. So Hobbs threatens. They come up empty, but That one run with the bases loaded, walk, still stands. Hobbs has the 1-0 lead over top-ranked Rio Rancho. We'll take a break, let you hear from more of our great sponsors, and then we'll be right back.
Divine Energy Services in the Permian Basin. Divine is more than just an amazing partner in the oil field. They are committed to the youth in the Permian Basin as well. From academics to athletics, you can be assured that Divine is supporting it. Remember Divine Energy for all of your oil field needs. Divine Energy Services, supporting the Permian Basin and the Hobbs Eagles since 2006. Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
All right, we are back. Alan Scott, Shoeless Ron Gunter here. Hobbs holding to that 1-0 lead, and Ellison will step in to open the bottom of the fourth. Nice pitch from Brewer on the curveball, called strike one. Brewer to deliver here. And that one has eyes. That is a rope on the ground out to left. That's going to be a double try for Ellison. And he will be in easily on a stand-up double, and Ellison celebrates as they get a leadoff double here.
Now up to bat, number 6, designated hitter, Dylan Archuleta.
Dylan Archuleta will step in. He's a right-handed hitter.
Yeah, Dylan was walked at the last at bat.
Brewer will face him with a man aboard. He looks to second. Now comes to the plate. Fastball, swing and a miss. Strike two. Or is that one?
One.
That's one. Nobody out, though, and the slim one-run lead in jeopardy. You got a guy in scoring position. That gets away from Singleton behind the plate. He's able to find it. And they had thoughts of sending him there, Ron.
Yeah, they did. If he could have thrown that to third, and, of course, there would have been a run down after that.
To the plate comes Brewer. Called strike on the hanging curveball. Bat didn't come off the shoulder for Archuleta. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Fastball is hit out to left. It's in the air and caught. Nice play by the Hobbs left fielder there to glove that one for the first out.
Josiah Martinez, well done. Got under there and was able to catch it easily. No advanced runners for the Rams.
Number 10 will step in now with a man in scoring position. That's Josh Boyer, the catcher for the Rams. Curveball from Brewer is high, ball 1. On deck, number 13, Dylan Tinker for Rio Rancho. Brewer looks to second. Now comes to the plate, fastball. Gets through the hole between short and third. And the Rams have runners on the corners.
Yep, Rams fans looking for the opportunity again with the scoring position to have a runner come in and tie this game at 1.
And Tinker will be the man at bat, trying to get that RBI for Rio Rancho. He's going to trot down and talk to the third base coach here about their strategy. Maybe take the first pitch, maybe first pitch swinging. We'll see.
Yeah, he was thrown out at first and his first at bat. Maybe this time we get a double play out of him.
Double play would work nicely here. But Rio Rancho scoreless here through 3. We're in the bottom of the 4th as they look to try and tie it up. And that high curve is they've got a run down at 3rd. Heads up play by Singleton. He gets the out. That is great presence of mind by Singleton. High and away on the pitch. He had to stand up to catch it, run. Then he realized the guy was coming from 3rd.
Exactly.
That was a great play.
And yeah, heads up on the Hobbs Eagles. Both sides were able to get that. Right now they're saying, not sure what his signals are.
I guess they're appealing on whether or not he swung at it, Tinker, whether or not that was a strike. But it's a ball, 1-0. However, it does result in a run down from 3rd, and it shut down the lead runner here and took away the opportunity for the Rams. That play's even bigger than you think until you think about it.
Exactly, and yeah, that definitely does take away a scoring advantage or try for the Rams.
Well, now you don't have a runner in scoring position. All you got's a guy at first. That play gets even bigger when you think about that.
Yeah, well,
and I would call that really a mistake on Rio Rancho's part for sending him from 3rd.
True.
Swing and a miss by Tinker, and that is strike 2. You got 2 down and a 2-2 count. So Brewer may get out of this unscathed.
Exactly, he does have that chance.
2-2 pitch, fastball, call that a strike. No, it's a ball. That pitch looked good, a little low.
Well, Brewer had it to give.
Count goes full. And a big payoff pitch coming from Mecky Brewer. Here in the bottom of the 4th, number 16 Hobbs, number 1 Rio Rancho. And the curveball is away, he walked him. So it goes the other way, and now that brings the threat back. You got a runner at 2nd and 1st with 2 outs, and one of their best hitters is stepping in, the leadoff man. That is number 4, Kaysen Savage, who can lay down a bunt and beat it out.
He did last time. Yeah, he had the bunt. Ended up going to 3rd after a couple of steals, but wasn't able to get home, obviously, because they don't have a score yet.
This is a nail biter. 1-run lead, 1-0 Hobbs. Curveball to the lefty hitter is a strike. Good pitch.
Kaysen backed off of that one. Thought it was a ball, but instead you called it. It was a strike.
0-1 delivery. Brewer to the plate. Curveball again. This one's inside. 1-1. Two aboard. Here comes the pitch, and then that's outside and low. 2 balls, 1 strike on Kaysen Savage, who is dangerous. You really don't want to put it down the middle on him. You want to get him to chase something, which is what Brewer was trying to do there. 2-1 pitch coming. Fastball is over the outside corner, 2-2.
Taking his time on this one is Brewer.
Looks back to the runner, now comes to the plate. Curveball fouled off. No change in the count.
Nope. One more strikeout, and that'll get us out of this inning and leave Rams without any scores.
50-50 shot. It could go either way. And that's chopped foul. A lot of movement on that pitch. It was well out of the strike zone high, but a lot of movement. And Savage was lucky to get the bat on it.
Right, but he was chasing it, so that helps Brewer.
Fastball in the dirt. Great job by Singleton. Keep it in front of him. Gun throw to 3rd. Got him. No, he's safe. He's called safe. He's out. He was out. That is a bad call. I think they should refuse to leave the field like Rio Rancho did. We're going to stand here till you call him out. But he's in there. Very close play at third.
And I knew Boyle would come out and contest that one.
He's going to, just like they did, and I don't blame him. Let's just come out and stand there like Rio Rancho did when they didn't like the third out call. But that was very close. It could go either way.
Exactly. Looked like it was, well, it's hard to tell. We have a pole right here on my view, so I couldn't see it clearly.
I could, and he looked out, but
Right.
I'm not at third base. But I'm telling you, that was a good move just to come out and make your point if you're the Hobbs manager that, hey, that call should have gone our way.
And again, the umps are getting together, trying to figure out what's going on and going to confirm whether it was an out or safe.
Yeah, they're not going to change the call, but it's the reverse of the previous situation. And I think it was a smart move by Hobbs to protest. Because if they can do it, we can do it too. And that really evens the scale. If you thought the other call was against Rio Rancho, this one went against Hobbs, and it evens out. But in a 1-0 game, everything is huge. And now you got runners at second and third. Brewer comes to the plate, and that's in the dirt. He walked him.
Yep.
So now the bases are loaded for the Rams. And we're going to get a conference at the mound with Mickey Brewer. And I don't really anticipate them taking him out. He's pitched a great game. You just want to get a little time out here, settle the troops, go talk, reaffirm your strategy. I don't think he's going to pull him here. I don't see that happening. Not with 2 down and the bases loaded. If he was really pitching poorly, you might, but I don't anticipate they would change pitchers here. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. We play 7. Hobbs got the lone run scored in this game in the 1st inning with the bases loaded and a walk issued by Kai Fitak, the starting pitcher. So we will settle in here. And this has been a nail biter. And the Rams, who are used to scoring a lot of runs, have wondered, why their goose egg is still up on the board. They've had opportunities before in this game and not cashed in. And with 2 down here, it's a slim margin for Brewer. He comes to the plate, and the curveball is strike 1. That's a huge pitch against Nico Alcala, the hitter, with the bases loaded. Fastball in the dirt, 1-1. Brewer working quickly, comes to the plate, curve ball, strike 2. And the bat has not come off the shoulder for Alcala. He's just watching. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He wants that walk. Fastball is in the dirt, gets past Singleton, the run will score. So the wild pitch, the pressure gets to Brewer. The last 2 fastballs were in the dirt in front of the plate, and that one was not fieldable by Singleton. I'm sure that'll go as a wild pitch.
Right.
And we're tied at 1. Alcala will step back in with runners at second and third. Oh, that's a fastball, borderline, and it does not go Brewer's way. The count's full, 3-2. That was a good pitch. And the payoff. Struck him out on the changeup. Sit down. We are tied at 1, but that was a heck of a pitch to shut the inning down with only 1 run across. Mickey Brewer and the Eagles will come to bat right after this break. We're tied at 1 in the state tournament baseball playoffs. Number 1, Rio Rancho. Number 16, Hobbs.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with 1 call. Every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey 1 call oil and gas company.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student-athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. BR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles!
Gerardo Gonzalez will step in to lead off this top of the fifth for the Hobbs Eagles. Fastball from Feetok is high, ball one. That is fouled back off the bat of Gonzalez, straight back behind home plate. Major Bird will be on deck. No, he fielded that one, but he's not on deck. Batting in the third spot. Big cut from Gonzalez, swing and a miss. Strike two. On deck is Josiah Martinez. In the hole, Major Bird. 1-2 pitch coming, that's high. 2-2. Tied at 1. And he hit him. That would, I think Hobbs did an awesome job just to give up one run, given the fact that the bases were loaded for most of that last half inning. Brewer did a good job to get out of it and only give up one run, and it came on a wild pitch, unfortunately. But the Hobbs run came on a walk with the bases loaded, so both teams have scored, but they both did it without hitting the baseball.
And that's the second hit by pitch that Hobbs has suffered through this game.
Boyer will go out and chat with Feetok there.
Now, Feetok is on 82 pitches so far in this game. Still light, but a concern if he gets deep into this inning.
Josiah Martinez is the hitter for Hobbs.
From Rio Rancho North in the fifth inning. The score is now 7.
And now, looks like possibly a timeout. Yes.
And they're going to go out and call a conference on the mound.
And yeah, they're going to change pitchers.
Yeah, you can see him coming in from center probably. Nope, they do have a new pitcher, so we will have a pitching change here. We want to see who that is. It's one of the dyed blonde guys. That's probably Lee.
Number 6,
Dylan Archuleta.
No, it's Archuleta will go to the mound. Number 6, Dylan Archuleta will come on in relief of Kai Feetok, who pitched pretty well, holding Hobbs to 1 run. And Brewer has pitched pretty well for Hobbs, holding Rio Rancho to 1 run. So while he gets those warm-up tosses in, we'll take a break and let you hear more from our fine sponsors, and they include Divine Energy, Hobbs Rental, IPS Incorporated, Outlaw Grill, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lasco Construction, Lavelle Insurance, RMS Foods, Carter's Thriftway, and Excel Energy.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student-athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. BR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles!
Divine Energy Services in the Permian Basin. Divine is more than just an amazing partner in the oil field. They are committed to the youth in the Permian Basin as well. From academics to athletics, you can be assured that Divine is supporting it. Remember Divine Energy for all of your oil field needs. Divine Energy Services, supporting the Permian Basin and the Hobbs Eagles since 2006.
All right, we're back after the pitching change. Dylan Archuleta on the hill now for the Rams, and Hobbs shows bunt, and that is bunted up on top.
Yep, definitely heard that one.
Josiah Martinez down 0-1 in the count. Runner aboard for Hobbs. Nobody out, and a bunt right back to the pitcher. He'll fire to second. That's an awful throw out into center. Runners will advance. Sliding in at second, safe is Martinez, and Hobbs is in business with Bird coming up. Nobody out, and runners at second and third.
Yeah, that was he tried to throw it, but I think he was trying too hard and threw it way outside, went into outfield, and definitely advanced the runners.
Something we didn't see yesterday, and Archuleta just now switching to the mound, and we didn't see them lose their cool. He panicked right there. That was just a wild throw. Well outside of the second base bag where it needed to be. That is an error. And we didn't see them lose their composure yesterday, but it looked like Archuleta was freaking out there, and he paid for it. He did, however, compose himself to gun a fastball and get Bird to foul it off for strike one, so 0-1 on the hitter. Nobody out, runners at second and third for Hobbs, trying to break a 1-1 tie. And he hit him. That's going to load the bases. And you got to wonder about that pitching change now, and I'm thinking their coach is wondering about it.
Yeah,
Ron Murphy. And you never know till you do it, but he may regret that.
And Hobbs is in position to be able to answer that one run in the bottom of the fourth.
You got Brewer coming up, man. You couldn't ask for a better situation. No outs, bases loaded, 1-1 tie, and Brewer is the hitter. Biggest opportunity for the Eagles offensively in this series so far is right now. With a shaky pitcher, Archuleta is high, ball one. And you know Brewer would take that walk, but he would like to park this thing and get the grand slam if possible. And that cut would have done it right there. The fastball from Archuleta is a good one, 1-1. But Brewer was licking his chops right there. 1-1 delivery inside, 2-1. Archuleta, the new pitcher, delivers high, 3-1. The pressure is on Archuleta right now. He's got to come to the strike zone. Brewer knows it. Do you swing or do you lay off? We're about to find out. 3-1. And the pitch. He swung and missed. Strike two. Another huge pitch coming here with the bases loaded, nobody out. 3-2. Delivery is a ball. He walks in the run, and Hobbs scores again on a bases loaded walk, and they lead it 2-1. And you're going to bring up Alvaro to the plate. Alvarado, Xavier, number 10.
And we've got the courtesy runner at first base. And that is Nicholas Gonzalez.
Archuleta, big cut, fastball, strike one. But Hobbs with a golden opportunity here, a run in, no outs, and the bases are still full of Eagles. Archuleta, strike two on another big swing from Alvarado. But ahead in the pitch count now, 0-2. Archuleta fouled off. Stays alive. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Archuleta will come to the plate outside, 1-2.
Now this has worked well so far for the Hobbs Eagles. Time has been called.
That's because of movement over in front of the dugout by one of the coaches for Rio Rancho. They had to wait until he got safely off the field of play. 1-2 delivery with the sacks full. Got him swinging. 1 down. Archuleta dealt with the pressure there.
Number 12, Singleton.
Catcher will step up, Singleton for Hobbs. Still only 1 down. But the Eagles have a 2-1 lead now. Getting late in the game here. Top of 5. Archuleta with a fastball, swing and a miss, and is ahead in the count here on Kenyon Singleton.
Singleton had a walk in the first, and in the fourth he was got a single but was thrown out at second.
Here comes the pitch. Fastball is away, ball 1. 1-1 with 1 out. And man, how great would it be if we could get a 2-run cushion on these guys here?
That'd be great.
Fastball is a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Singleton.
This is going to be another important at-bat for Singleton.
Archuleta to the plate. That's a bouncer out towards second. It took a bad hop, and it's going to go out into center field. 2 runs will score for the Hobbs Eagles. And the wheels have come off for Rio Rancho. And the Hobbs fans celebrate. We do have a few here.
Oh, yes.
So 2 runs come in after the first one had come in.
Yep, Gonzalez.
And your Hobbs Eagles now lead it 4-1.
Got Martinez and Bird came in for those 2 scores.
And Fuentes, a 400 hitter for Hobbs, is at bat with runners on the corners and only 1 out. Archuleta delivers high. They throw down to second. Out. But the run will score. You only had 1 out. That's why I wouldn't throw it. I wouldn't throw. You may get the out, but you let another run come in, and it's 5-1.
And it could also be just pure reflex. As soon as you see that runner go, you want to throw him out.
And I wouldn't have thrown it. You may have gotten the out, but you gave him an easy walk in from third.
Right.
So we uncharacteristically now have seen Rio Rancho first panic and throw a ball out into center field from Archuleta. And now the catcher throws to the open bag at second, but there's a man on third. He came in and scored easily.
Exactly.
The catcher must have thought there were 2 outs that he could safely throw down there and not worry about it. But that was not the case, and we'll take the gimme. It's 5-1. And that is hit hard, but foul. Down the right side over there, giving chase was the first baseman. But the Eagles have found some offense today and lead this thing by 4. Archuleta, fastball is a called strike. And again, you got to remember sometimes these are kids, nerves got to Dylan Archuleta. He was called in relief, and it got a little shaky. And that is a borderline wild pitch off the glove of Boyer. And the count will be 1 ball and 2 strikes, but This game was close when Archuleta came in, and he has surrendered 4 runs to Hobbs. And that's a hard shot out towards short on the ground. Long throw is a good throw to retire the side, but not before the Hobbs Eagles put up 4 in the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 5-1 Hobbs.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico, proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way.
Outlaw Grill thanks you for supporting Outlaw Grill throughout the years. Outlaw Grill has all your favorites, from savory soups to burgers. Porterhouse steaks, fettuccine alfredo, crispy chicken scallopini are just some of the all-time favorites. Outlaw Grill invites you to come in or call your order in 575-392-2012. That's 575-392-2012. It's a fast turnaround time for a delicious gourmet meal from the crew at Outlaw Grill.
All right, we are back. First pitch from Brewer is a called strike on the curveball, and nicely done. And your hitter is Kai Fetak, who started the game on the mound for Rio Rancho. That one got away from Brewer. No consequences, nobody on the wild pitch. 5-1 Hobbs after they explode for 4 in the previous half inning. That one gets past Singleton, 2-1. Brewer trying to go the distance here. He's made it through 4 and trying to get through 5 innings. And that is a ball, 3-1.
He does have a nice cushion, though, as you mentioned, so maybe he's a little too relaxed at the mound at the moment.
That's a called strike on the fastball, full count. Payoff pitch. A chopper over the mound, snagged at short. Long throw is too high. And that'll let the runner get to second. Singleton guns him down. He is out. Beautiful play by Singleton, who says, no problem. He's backing up first. Snagged the bad throw and guns him down at second. That's a hell of a play, Ron.
It is, and it was timely, too. Singleton sprinted all the way over there just in case that pitch or that throw was over the first baseman's head. It was. He was able to get it to second just in time and get the tag out, no question about it.
1 down. Curveball is just high to the next hitter. That's number 5, Vascon Smith for Rio Rancho. Brewer gets him to foul that one off. 1-1.
Vaskin was hit by a pitch on his last at bat.
Brewer to the plate. That's in the dirt, and a good job by Singleton to take that one off the chest protector and keep it in front of him. Of course, there's nobody on to advance anyway, but still a nice job. And we are finding out that Hobbs has a really good catcher.
Yes, indeed.
Brewer gets him to hit that one in the air, drifting foul toward right, and a super grab out there by the right fielder, sliding to his knees in foul territory. He snags that hit, and I'm telling you, it was drifting to the right big time.
Saul Almaderas the junior was able to get under that one, slide, and catch it at the same time.
Nice piece of fielding out there. On the knees, sliding over the foul line, brings it home, 2 down. Curveball, called strike on the hanging curve. Hobbs is feeling it right now.
Yes, they are, and the point now is going to be they can carry it over to the third game if we do get the third game.
Fastball is a wild pitch. That one hung up a little. Was delivered late off the hand of Brewer. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down, nobody aboard. Hobbs leading it 5-1. Mecke, Brewer to the plate, and that's another wild pitch. And he may be reaching his limit in terms of pitch count. He's been a tad wild here on the last 2.
He's at 90 right now. He has pitched more.
That looks good, but just low on the changeup. 3-1. And even a walk here doesn't hurt you.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't help you much, but it doesn't hurt much at all.
That one almost got away. Yeah, he's got control issues, Brewer. And I think part of that is just excitement. You got to be fired up, you know.
Right.
You got your hat handed to you 7-1 yesterday. You're up 5-1 today. And we're in the 5th, so part of that is excitement, I think. And he does work quickly.
Ellison up to bat. He had a single and a double in his second at bat.
So 2 down with a runner on for the Rams, trying to rally with 2 outs, and that is a called strike on the outside part of the plate, and it looked a little high too, but he gets the call against Dean Ellison, your hitter for the Rams. That's in the dirt in front of the plate, and that'll let the runner get to second, who had a thought about going to third, but I wouldn't try it on Singleton. He'll gun you down.
Exactly. And that may be in one of the thoughts that where Singleton had. If he would advance, yeah, definitely going to gun that over to third, over to Major Bird.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Change up. Oh, Hobbs fans wanted that call. It looked to be over the inside corner, but they don't get it. 2-1. Lefty hitter is Ellison, and the lefty pitcher, Brewer. And that one gets away. Wild pitch, and he's had several of them now. You wonder if Hobbs may be entertaining a pitching change, but really you've got a 4-run cushion. They haven't brought anything in yet. You still have 2 outs, even though the runner is at third, so they won't make the change now.
But they do have somebody in the pen warming up, and catcher just making sure he's up there on the same page.
Yeah, I would think that this will be the last inning for Brewer, but we don't know that for sure.
Exactly. I mean, I've seen it happen before where Brewer's on, they have somebody warm it up, and then he comes out for the next inning, so you never know.
Important things get out of this one first. Slow hanging curve is a called strike. And the count goes full with 2 away and a runner at third. Brewer to the plate. That is stroked foul down the third base side. And a good pitch. He seems to have settled himself back down. And another 3-2 pitch is coming now, and that's outside. He walked him. Runners on the corners with 2 away. Rams are thinking rally here.
Of course.
And number 6 will step into the box for Rio Rancho, Dylan Archuleta, who is now the pitcher.
And he was walked earlier and flew out to right field. Sorry, left field. Hoping he'll do that again.
Yeah. So Archuleta with an open bag at second. Runners on the corners and takes that one for a ball, 1-0.
Singleton definitely protecting the plate, making sure that no runs come in unearned.
And the pitch from Brewer Fastball is just low, right over the center of the plate, but low for a ball 2, and it's a 2-0 count on Dylan Archuleta. They have not showed signs of sending the runner this time to the open bag at second. That's a ball, 3-0 now. As Mecky Brewer tries to work his way out of a jam here. 3-0 pitch is a walk, and now the bases are loaded, but you still have 2 outs. You can get an out at any base now if you are Hobbs. You don't want the bases loaded, but with 2 away, that's actually the best scenario. You could get a force out at any base.
And we're going to get a pitching change right now.
And I kind of felt this one coming. And that's a tough spot to put the next guy in when you come in now and inherit the bases loaded. But there are 2 outs, and it's up to the manager to decide. Do you go with your starter and let him pitch his way out of it, or do you make the change now and put somebody cold in, as they did with Archuleta, and you saw that that did not pay off for Rio Rancho. So you take a gamble when you make the change, but Hobbs will do that. No, they're not. They're going to keep him out there.
They've got faith in him. I mean, he has been the player of the game more often than anybody else on this team. So they've got faith in him to get 1 more out, and that is confidence for Boyle on Brewer.
They made it look like they were going to make the change, but they don't. They stick with him. As I said, you got 2 options. Fastball called strike, and it's looking like a good call now, as Brewer gets that first pitch strike, and he's ahead 0-1. Bases loaded with 2 down. That is hit out toward left and deep and fair. Runs will come in for the Rams. And that was a good piece of hitting on a ball that just got over the head of the left fielder. It just kept going.
And that's a double for him. He had a single just a moment ago. Now he's got a double to his name. Yeah, and now we probably will see.
So they get 2 runs in, and it's a 5-3 game. And that ball just kept going back. He hit it hard.
And looks like it's going to be Lance Parrish coming in. Of course, we all know that Parrish, his father, is going to be the principal for the high school next year.
That would be Jason Parrish, right?
Yes.
So they will go with the pitching change here, and while Parrish gets his warm-up tosses, we'll take a break. We got a good one going in the must-win game 2 of the 3-game set. Number 16 Hobbs and number 1 Rio Rancho Rams. We'll let you hear from our sponsors. Then it's more Hobbs Eagle Baseball on HobbsAmerica.com, the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel, and Cool 95.7 Facebook page.
Cinco de Mayo specials are going on this week at Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs.
Baby back pork ribs, $1.99 a pound. Boneless beef ribeye steak, $6.99 a pound. Fresh sirloin in pork roast, $1.19 a pound. Large Roma tomatoes, 99 cents a pound. Large red honey mangoes, 99 cents each. Fancy sweet corn, 2 for $1. And tropical kiwi fruit, 2 for $1.
For all your grocery specials, come to La Tienda, 400 East Marlin, and Thriftway in the Broadmoor Shopping Center.
An adolescent alligator is about 10 feet long, depending on climate and diet. You should stay at least 1 adolescent alligator 10 feet away from power lines. You should probably stay at least 1 adolescent alligator away from alligators, too. Get more safety tips at excelenergy.com/safety. Excel Energy.
All right, we got a good one going here. The Eagles enjoyed a 1-0 lead through most of this game. They got it in the first. Then Rio Rancho got a run to tie it up in the 4th. And both teams have scored in the fifth. Hobbs put up 4, and the Rams have put up 2 here in the 5th inning, and that leads us to where we are. A 5-3 score, 2 away, as Parrish comes in to pitch. And runners at second and third, and a 1-1 count. And Parrish will deliver. He's got a sidearm delivery, and that's hit out to right. And 2 runs will come in. And we are tied at 5. On a fine piece of hitting there, and you want to send it out to right. That gives your runners the best chance to advance, and 2 runs come in. So Parrish comes in relief and gives up a big hit out to right that scores 2. But the damage was inherited from the situation that Brewer was in. So the Rams put up 4 big ones here to tie it in the bottom of the 5th. And the hitter is their leadoff man and one of their most dangerous. That's Kason Savage. 1-0 as Parrish eyes the runner and then comes to the plate with that sidearm. Strike 1. But after the double, the only base runner is the hitter that got that 2-bagger.
Dylan Tinker.
And the count goes 2-1. That's in 3-1. And Parrish comes to the plate here. It's inside. He walked him. So for both of these teams, the damage came after pitching changes today. The real damage. Hobbs put up 4 after a pitching change that Rio Rancho made, and now the Rams have put up 4 after the pitching change by Hobbs.
Now Nico Acola is up at bat for the Rams.
Runners at first and second, and a called strike. Good pitch from Parrish there. And I like the sidearm delivery, something I haven't seen this year from Luke Parrish. That looked to be a perfect pitch, and he does not get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away, but more importantly, 4 runs in to tie the game. That is smacked in the air to third in an easy place, stepping on the bag. Major Bird gets the 3rd out. So we go to the top of the 6th with a tie ball game, 5 apiece. Rams and Eagles back after this.
Cinco de Mayo specials are going on this week at Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs.
Baby back pork ribs, $1.99 a pound. Boneless beef ribeye steak, $6.99 a pound. Fresh sirloin in pork roast, $1.19 a pound. Large Roma tomatoes, 99 cents a pound. Large red honey mangoes, 99 cents each. Fancy sweet corn, 2 for $1. And tropical kiwi fruit, 2 for $1.
For all your grocery specials, come to La Tienda, 400 East Marlin, and Thriftway in the Broadmoor Shopping Center.
As Lee County's largest independent insurance agency, Lavelle Insurance works with a large number of insurance companies. They'll do your comparison shopping for you, guaranteeing you the very best price on the very best coverage for life, health, auto, retirement planning, commercial or personal insurance. Lavelle Insurance offers innovative solutions to protect your assets, goals, and future plans. Divine Energy Services in the Permian Basin. Divine is more than just an amazing partner in the oil field. They are committed to the youth in the Permian Basin as well. From academics to athletics, you can be assured that Divine is supporting it. Remember Divine Energy for all of your oil field needs. Divine Energy Services, supporting the Permian Basin and the Hobbs Eagles since 2006.
All right, we're back. Alan Scott, shoeless Ron Gunter in a 5-5 game now. Both teams have had a big inning where they scored 4. Hobbs came in the 5th, and so did Rio Rancho's. Both had put up a single run prior, Hobbs in the 1st and them in the 4th. And we're in the top of the 6th now, with Armendariz stepping in for Hobbs, and the count is 1-1. Big cut there from Armendariz. And no, they just reset the scoreboard, so that should be 0-2, right?
Right. Should be 2-1, or 1-2, sorry. So, yes.
Well, I see no count at all up out there.
Right. Now it's coming up.
They put it up late. It's 0-2.
But Hector hasn't got on base yet. He wants to in this at-bat.
Archuleta, who came on in relief, is still on the hill. Fastball. Rio Rancho fans wanted it, and it looked pretty good, but they don't get the call. 1-2. And to the plate, high. Count evens up 2-2. On Hector Armendariz. There's a roller out to second, fielded and throw to first, and he dropped the ball. Hobbs is going to say the ball was dropped and he's safe, but they call him out. Guess he had already touched the bag and enough contact to call the out, but to me it looked like he dropped it. But if you're there, even for a split second, you glove it. At the same time he hits the bag, they give him the out. 1 down. And that is fouled back, out of play.
Saul Armendariz at the plate, trying to make something happen as well. He had been hit by a pitch in the 1st, or in the 2nd inning, and got a ground out in the 2nd.
0-1 pitch, high, right about at his head. He had to duck. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 away. And Archuleta gets the call on the inside part of the plate. Armendariz thought it was too far inside. The umpire thought it was good. 1-2. And got him swinging on a fastball. 2 down. And you can feel the momentum swing. Rio Rancho feeding off of that 4-run inning. And now with some confidence, even though the game is tied, they don't have the lead. The momentum has swung their way.
Archuleta with his 2nd strikeout.
And that's a called strike. He gets out ahead of the next hitter, and that's number 7 for Hobbs, Luke Parrish, who has come on to pitch in the late innings. Archuleta gets him to swinging and miss, 0-2, and he's trying to make a quick inning out of this one after the long one when he gave up 4 runs. Previous inning. Parrish
got a piece of that one.
Takes that one and barely got a piece of it. They still have not put that ball up, though. No, it would be a strike. He got a piece of it. 0-2 with 2 down. And Archuleta, and he just got a piece of that one to stay alive. Count remains 0-2. And nobody aboard. He'll go down and chat with the third base coach. And now Parrish walks back to the batter's box. Pitcher versus pitcher here in this duel. And Archuleta, that is hit hard, but in the air and in the infield, and that'll be gloved to retire the side in foul territory toward the Hobbs dugout. So we go to the bottom of the 6th, and we are still tied at 5-5. 5 in this best of 3 set between number 1 Rio Rancho and number 16 Hobbs.
Hobbs Rental wants to wish Lee County student athletes the best of luck as they take on challenges and experience success. The team of Hobbs Rental wants you to know that teamwork is everything. Hobbs Rental provides complete valve service, relief valve, vent valve, and thief hatch maintenance. VR certified and ISN approved. When you need the job done right the first time, call Hobbs Rental at 393-3085. Go Eagles!
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
All right, Kai Vitak will lead off this bottom of the 6th for the Rams.
Third baseman Kai Vitak.
He's now at third base after the pitching change that brought Dylan Archuleta to the hill. Luke Parrish coming on in relief for Hobbs, and the first pitch is over, but low, ball 1. To the plate, fouls it off, 1-1. Kyle Parrish in relief. Has a nifty sidearm delivery, and the curveball is high and away. 2-1. Right-handed pitcher. Brewer, the starter, was a lefty. That's right back at the mound, and Parrish snags it, and just the easy toss to first on a good play to get out number 1. And I hate to say this, but it's chilly sitting up here, man. We're in the shade, and the wind's coming from just the right direction, and it's just borderline cold. And I'm sure if you're in the sun, you're thinking just the opposite out here, that it's hot already. 1 down, nobody aboard. And Parrish will go to work again here. And that is fouled off by Vascon Smith in the batter's box now for Rio Rancho.
And it is crucial for Hobbs to be able to hold the Rams and be able to maintain, because they've only got one more inning to go in regulation anyway.
And that is going to be high on the curve. One ball, 1 strike with 1 down. Smith, the hitter, Parrish to the plate. Swing and a miss, got him to chase that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, it looked like he was swinging for the fences on that one, and could feel the breeze from here.
1-2 delivery, got him. As Smith not really able to handle that sidearm delivery. And that's going to leave his hand at a different point, so it changes the visual for the hitter when you throw sidearm.
Yeah, and
it's not coming over the top.
Sorry, that's a strikeout for the Lobo, the future Lobo.
2 down, Parrish trying to make quick work of him here, and gets a called strike on the first pitch. And that is Sean Vigil, number 2, a lefty hitter for Rio Rancho. Parrish gets him again. That's a called strike. 0-2. Frozen rope on the sidearm delivery for the righty.
Parrish feeling his zone right now, looks like.
Comes to the plate, and that's hit hard. That's a base hit out to right center. And it'll go all the way to the wall. He's thinking 2. Hobbs plays it off the wall, and he will get a stand-up double. So trouble brewing with 2 down. That was a solid piece of hitting. I thought Parrish was going to get out of it 1, 2, 3 here, but not to be.
Right.
And number 12 will be the hitter for the Rams, Dean Ellison.
Ellison last time up was walked before
And
that had a double.
They just gave him first base. Why?
Because he has hit 2 out of 3 times.
What? He didn't even swing. They just sent him to first.
Exactly, automatic walk.
Oh, they just gave him the pass.
Right.
They said, we're not going to pitch to him.
No.
So you don't go through the motions of actually having to throw 4 pitches.
Exactly.
So Hobbs puts him on. I was about to freak out. What? That's inside on the next hitter, Dylan Archuleta. Pitching for the Rams now in relief. He's at the plate, but what that does when you give him the free pass, you got 2 runners on. And that's a called strike. However, there are 2 outs, and you don't have to deal with the dangerous bat of Ellison in favor of Dylan Archuleta. But what happens here is a lot of times you make the next guy mad saying, what, you think I can't hit? And the hitter will come up and burn you after something like that. What did I say? He just hit that one foul. That would have been a home run had that stayed in. See, it's an insult to the next guy when you do that. Dylan Archuleta is saying, okay, walk him. You think I can't hit one? He damn near put it out. That would have been a 3-run home run had it stayed fair. Instead, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 down, and Parrish got him to chase. And it goes from elation to you're done, and now he's going to run. Hobbs will have to throw to first, and thankfully the first baseman stayed on the field. Half the Eagle team was going to the dugout.
After 6, your score remains Rio Rancho 5.
And either way, it's an out. And
it just gets weirder. And the ball was kind of squirting around the line there in front of the plate. So Rio Rancho, to their credit, takes off to the bag. And you had about 3 guys out of 9 still in the infield for Hobbs, and they throw him out at first. So the bottom line is no score in the inning, and we remain tied at 5. So still a game that could go either way. However it goes the Rams' way, we're done. And if it goes the Eagles' way, we get a 3rd game this afternoon. As we head to the top of the 7th inning, each team down to its final 3 outs, unless we can't break the tie, and then we'll go into extra innings.
Exactly, and that is actually possible. Hobbs has been playing very well in this game, has made very little mistakes, and Rio Rancho, though, coming back after answering 4 in the 5th, or 4th, I mean. No, it was the 5th. All right, so I got to get my eyes adjusted. But yeah, it's been a close game throughout, and Hobbs has definitely been in it to win it.
A lot of similarities in this game. Both teams gave up 4 runs after making a pitching change in the middle of inning, respectively. Hobbs pulled out Mecky Brewer out, inserted Parrish and gave up 4 runs. They inserted Dylan Archuleta in the middle of an inning and gave up 4 runs. And we were tied at 1 when that happened for Hobbs. Then down 5-1, Rio Rancho put up their 4 spot to tie the game. And both of those 4 spots came in the 5th inning. And now we are in the top of the 7th. The Eagles trying to manufacture a run to take a lead and really put the pressure on the Rams in the bottom half of the inning. But first, and Parrish is settling in now, you got to get past him, Archuleta. First pitch is low, ball 1. And that is a little nubber down to third. It stays fair. Long throw, gunned him down at first. And a pretty strong play there from Feetok, the starting pitcher, to gun down the Hobbs hitter.
Yes, indeed. Actually, that was
Major
nice throw.
Bird, who's batting third, and then he'll step in to the plate here to see what he can do. And that was Josiah Martinez was the first hitter. Bird gets a big piece of that. That's out to deep center, but playable. And held up a bit by the wind blowing left to right across the field now, so it's a long out for Major Bird, but you get Mecky Brewer up to the plate now with a chance maybe for a solo shot. That would be what the doctor ordered. If he could put one out of here and give the Eagles a one-run advantage. You got 2 down, nobody aboard, and it fouls that one off. Behind us, out of play.
And the good thing about Brewer is he never misses an opportunity. He always tries to swing for anything hittable.
That is outside for a ball, 1-1. Crushed on the ground, but foul, well foul. Never had a chance. And didn't get much in the way of air under that one. It was more or less a golf shot. But not even close to being in play. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Brewer. And got him on a fastball to retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 7th. And the Rams will congratulate Archuleta and try to put their rally caps on to see if they can manufacture a run and steal this game from Hobbs in the bottom of the 7th. And that's what it would be. They would literally reverse the steal. And I say that because Hobbs had a 5-1 lead in this game. Usually it's be the lower seed that would steal a game. But I think in this one, if the Rams win it, they would actually have stolen it from Hobbs because you had a 5-1 lead.
Exactly. I mean, you're right about that. Really, actually, Rio Rancho has never led in this game. They've tied it, but they've never led.
It's been tied twice, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that is something that Hobbs can be happy about, but they definitely don't want to be that happy. They want to be happier. They want to come out of here with a win. So that means they're going to have to get Parrish to come out here, pitch another great inning, and get to the top of the 8th if they can.
Your score up at Rio Rancho North this year is the 11 Rio Rancho North.
All right, we're down 2 it here. However, you'd much rather be tied if you're Hobbs, because if you weren't tied, Rio Rancho would not be batting right now.
Exactly. No, they still would be. It's home. But Josh Brewer, the catcher, is coming up for the Rams. He's going to see what he can do.
If they had the lead, they wouldn't have to bat. We're in the bottom of the 7th.
If the Rams had it,
yeah. Which is what I said. They wouldn't be batting if we weren't tied.
True.
If they were down, if Hobbs was down a run, this game would be over.
Josh Brewer having 2 hits, a single and a double. He also got out on a fielder's choice.
So here we go. Parrish in relief. Delivers that first pitch low and away, ball 1. On the hitter, number 10, the catcher, Josh Boyer. Parrish delivers. That is crushed out to left. It's a home run. The game is over. It's over on a Boyer home run. That is a walk-off home run, and that is painful. One swing of the bat, and this one is done. And what is Hobbs doing? Hobbs is walking out on the field like they have a complaint, but there's no complaint. That ball is out of here. Sirens are going off. This game is over. That's a walk-off home run by the catcher, Boyer, and Hobbs, I think, is just having a hard time dealing with the reality. That is a shocker. That's a hell of a game and a great game by Hobbs, only to have it silenced with one swing of the bat, and it comes from Boyer, a guy that we weren't expecting to be able to do that.
Oh, he did that at La Cueva, so yeah, he knows
What
how
a
to hit the
game,
ball.
man. Number 10, Josh Boyer, the catcher, comes up and ends the Eagles season with one swing of the bat, Ron. That was brutal.
Yes.
But you knew when it came off the bat, it was gone. So congratulations to Boyer and the Rio Rancho Rams. And I got to take my hat off to the Hobbs Eagles, who came out here today, and they could have easily folded and lost this thing, but they gave them everything they could, and I thought they were on their way to victory. And that just goes to show you every pitch, you never know what's going to happen, and Boyer got all of that one and put it out of here, and your final is 6-5 Rio Rancho. Hobbs scored one in the first, then held that one-run lead until the bottom of the fourth when Rio Rancho tied it. Both teams put up 4 apiece in the fifth. We're tied at 5 until we hit the seventh, and in the final 3 at-bats, for the Rams, Josh Boyer steps in and hammers it over the left field wall. And Rio Rancho steals game 2 from Hobbs, 6-5. I want to thank all of our sponsors, Divine Energy, Hobbs Rental, IPS Incorporated, The Outlaw Grill, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lasco Construction, Lavelle Insurance, Armith's Foods, Carter's Thriftway, and XL Energy. Man, I feel for the Eagles, but I'm proud of the effort they put forth here in game 2. Ron, your thoughts?
You know, it's hard to beat the winningest coach in the state, Ron Murphy, and they did a very good job trying to get out there, making some hits, making some runs, doing things they needed to do. Just could not finish up. Got the 3 and out in the top of the 7th. And, you know, it was just a matter of time. You knew that the Rams would try their best. You just didn't realize it was going to be a walk-off home run in the first pitch. So, yeah, hats off to the Rams. I'm sure they're going to go far in the playoffs. And next year, watch out for the Eagles because they've got plenty of talent. They are losing 3 seniors, and that is going to be something that is going to be watched by, of course, the state of Mexico, because, you know, you're going to expect some big things from Coach Boyle and this Hobbs Eagles team.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you. That is a smack in the face if you were Hobbs. That's a shocking way to lose, but that was a good piece of hitting on a fastball right down the middle of the plate by Parrish. Not a bad pitch, but Boyer got all of it.
Yep.
Parked it over the left field wall to end the season for Hobbs. Want to thank our backups, Tiffalicious and Max back at One Radio Square for all the unsung work that they do. And thank you, Shoeless Ron, for coming to do the game with me. I enjoyed working with you. And we're going to wrap this up and want to say hello to Ty Friend, wherever he may be. Had he been here, I wouldn't have got to see this, but I am pleased to be able to fill in for Ty, who doesn't miss many games. He was just otherwise occupied this weekend. So thanks to Ty Friend for another great season called for the Hobbs Eagles. And thanks to you guys, our fans, for watching, listening all season long. And a big thanks to all of our sponsors. We couldn't do it without them. That's going to wrap it up. Ron and I are going to head back to Lee County. But be proud of your Hobbs Eagles. They fought hard today, and one swing of the bat was the difference in this one. 6-5 the final, Rio Rancho. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. For Ron Gunter, I'm Alan Scott. Peace out. Bye-bye.